For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Outdoors with me, Mike. Today I'm going to give you guys a bit of a brand new product review on a Vango driveway awning. So this here is the Vango Tolga. The Tolga is a new model for the 2020 season, and going forward it has an option of two colours. You've got the sort of Moroccan blue, which I think looks really quite sharp, or they've got a bit more of a neutral grey. I think actually the blue is probably the smarter two colours, especially in the Tolga style. They also got another awning in the range called the Magra, if you can pronounce the name, which I think personally, we should check the video out we've done on that one as well. Looks slightly better in the in sort of the grey colour. This kind of fits in as something that's small, compact, designed specifically for VWs or VW heights. So in comparison to other models in Vango range where they have sort of low, standard, and then a tall as well, this is actually a new size that sits underneath low, so it's called a VW size. And rather than being the sort of the low size, which is 180 to about 210, this is 180 to 195. So it's designed to fit lower vehicles. You can have a nice, cleaner cut finish and less sort of material bunched up, where majority of vehicles on the market are that sort of VW size or that lower end bracket. It uses a really nice honeycomb embossed 130 grams per square meter fabric. Really quite nice and sharp. Obviously you've got, yet again, beautiful lines throughout it, so it's certainly very eye-catching. In terms of its range, it sort of sits on a par in terms of around about a price point as the Cruise, but it's a little bit more compact. It's not quite as long, same kind of width, and also you've got a rain-safe canopy door, which you don't get something like with the Keeler. So it's a little bit of a mixture in terms of a price point, but comes about 3 meters 20 long. It's about 3 meters 20 wide. So the main body is only about 185. So it's overall it's quite a nice small little unit. You've got aluminium pole on the front as well, which gives you that rain-safe canopy door. So it means you can have this full frontal mesh door in place, allow circulation throughout the awning, but it doesn't matter if the wind or weather changes. You've got some protection on there. Beautiful big PVC windows allow plenty of light inside of there, but you've also got zip curtains on the inside to combat that as well. It's part of the air beam collection, so it's inflatable, 2 beams and 2 brace beams. We've done our own Attwoolls outdoors pitching videos, and you can see myself put up the Tolga. It's about 9 minutes altogether, which for something like this is perfect, especially if you want to drive away. You've still got sort of classic Vango features in terms of line lock runners, low level ventilation beneath the windows, how it give a good circulation of the air, getting the roof nice and crisp with those additional bracer beams supplied with it. Luminous guy rope points, and then again also doors on the side of the tunnel to allow you to enter the vehicle without having to go through the awning every single time. So you can more than happily just come through the side door if need be, roll that away, and it toggles back and leaves it at bay. You can obviously attach it in multiple different methods using sort of just throw-over straps. Alternatively, you've got some sort of that big heavy-duty Velcro straps to attach onto a roof bar, or using some sort of you've got a cater rail to put it into a fixing kit or a winder awning. You've got a pole and clamp sleeve in there as well. So you've got multiple options of attaching to your vehicle. So it depends if you've got a ream or rail or whatever you got. Do feel to just contact us, let us know what it is. We can probably advise on what would be the best connection for you. So again, a side door allows you to get straight into the van every single time, and also there is a slight bit of adjustment webbing strap on the side here just to take up that additional width. Instead of like most models, it goes down here, it goes in and out at this point here. So like I say, it's designed specifically for that sort of low line sort of T5 or sort of Vauxhall Vario model. Generally, I think it looks quite smart, and we'll talk through a few more features about what the Tolga has on the inside. One last point I will say, obviously you've got a really nice manual pump supplied with it. Something like this, a very clear-cut pressure gauge, and it's sort of Vango's own sort of speed valves. So it means that you can obviously give you a very accurate pressure reading. And like I said, no longer about 9 minutes put up on your own. So I think that wise it sort of ticks a lot of boxes. But let's have a look at what the Tolga has to offer on the inside. So now we're in the Tolga, you can kind of get a bit more of an idea for certainly the size of it. I'm about 6'2", and even standing up in the middle is not an issue. Obviously to the side, still plenty of headroom height. You've got obviously a nice big mesh door on the front with also a normal door as well, and you can use them independently to one another, so there's no reason to have it through every single time. It's got a really quite thorough zip bottom, which means there's no sort of trip hazard in and out of the tent as well. So it just means that, yeah, again, you've got nothing happening and going on there. And then your normal zip, like so, allows you to open up the door. But I mean, that flat run in and out is not. There's not many models actually in probably Vango's range that have that little feature. So I think that's quite a nice improvement, again, and sort of a unique point of this particular model. The canopy, as we saw on the outside, gives a little bit of shelter, so if it starts tracking down rain, you haven't got to worry about the front door. In here, you've got enough room, sort of table and chairs quite happily, and then you move on into the tunnel section. There's additional bedroom you can buy if you wanted to that clips in, but I'm not gonna lie, it takes up pretty much all of that room there. So it's a great option to have, especially if you want just the extra couple of people staying the night and want to chuck them inside of here. It's going to get extra insulation and help with condensation. You've got a sort of Vango's Skytrack system in the roof on both sections, and that basically allows you to have a hanging point for a lantern on the inside of here if you wish. What you can also do is there's a skyliner that we're including into the awning itself to help with condensation, give almost that thermal barrier as well. Curtains really match the same kind of colour as the skyliner, which is really quite nice. And the curtains on the side are nice to sort of zip up, so you can have them down sort of halfway, or sort of roll it all the way down into a pocket just located here. And there's a little sort of toggle just to retain it as such. The divisional door between sort of the vehicle and the main part can be obviously completely enclosed when you drive away. Alternatively, you can have it half like we've got here to have a little bit of storage area just tucked away behind. Alternatively, you can always open it all up. Again, there's a little toggle points there to do so, and then you can utilise the whole point of the van. The attachment's about 2.5 meters, so it's quite a nice width, and it means that you can actually open the sliding door and that'll happily still go all the way back and fit inside the tunnel. And yet again, you've also got things like a little cable point on the outside here to hang a lantern up in between the two sections. A little mobile mains sort of, well, a little electric hookup down here as well, allows you to feed mains into the main body of the awning without having to leave the door open or a zip open on the door all the time, which is quite nice. On the both sort of beam here as well, you've got Vango's TPS system. So it's a stands tension band. It's something they've put in pretty much all their sort of tunnel designs, whether it's tents or awnings. Just gives a bit more stability. So it's a triangle kind of fixture, and basically when you've got wind coming from one side, it retains the structure. So popping it in, it keeps it nice and solid. Those are sort of an extra. You don't really need, well, not extra, but you don't have to put them in and use them all the time. There's little pockets down here just to tuck them out of the way. So they're pretty much there to use at your own discretion as you want to. Yeah, again, you've got, say, the toggle points on here, which are for the inner bedroom itself. But overall, really quite a smart model. I think also what makes it a little bit different to what's in the rest of Vango's range is the fact that it's a bit more compact, but you're still not losing room. And I think also the colour, I think, is very sharp, as I said already. Generally, it's one we're going to have on our indoor display showroom. So if you want to see the difference between something like this and a Keeler, or this in the Cruise, for example, it's probably worth popping and seeing it in the flesh. But I think it's something quirky, something a bit different. Still Vango in terms of quality and features, but I think it's going to be certainly a real big hit for the 2020 season going onwards. So that is kind of our Attwoolls review of the Vango Tolga in the VW size.